Hello everybody, welcome to the 6th video of LCO. We're really pleased that so many people are following our efforts. The last videos were produced in French and English. We hope that the numbers of views will increase, and if you like what you hear and see, why not share it with others? Our aim is to create a platform in simple language to present the Christian faith. We want to encourage everyone, from those with no faith to those who are Christians and have faith. We want everybody to be looking at these videos. For nearly 15 years we've been based on the west coast of France, and we never imagined that we would be working in this way. But COVID-19 has caused us to rethink how we present ourselves, and we've had to change, and we've changed our methods of communication. This has been a little scary as we've had to learn new skills, so please bear with us. Hello again. I didn't mention in the intro, but I'm Colin, and our association team are Sue, my wife, Alejandra, with her husband Julian. So it's fallen to me to speak today. I've been thinking over the last week about what I should share. In fact, the title only dropped in on me on Monday. So my title for this little talk is Lovely to See You. As those of you who know me well, I really like music and my taste is very wide. One of my favourite songs is Lovely to See You by the Moody Blues, circa 1970. I know it's like 50 years old, but the lyrics are, to me, meaningful. Over the weekend, we received a phone call from friends saying that they would like to come and visit us. They were not very far away, and it was okay for them to come. Our response was, of course, come, it would be lovely to see you again. After all, it's been 3 years since we had seen them, and a lot has been happening. We have known them for 15 years, from when they lived just outside the Vendée here in France, but they're now back in the UK. They always encouraged us and supported in all things that we did. But most of all, they prayed for us. And so the day came for the visit. That first moment when our eyes met and we reconnected. You know that feeling. Actually, I was hard pressed not to give a hug and a kiss. But the relationship with good friends is like a revolving door. Good friends part through the door, and the conversation picks up again the same when they come back through the door. The relationship is there, and the time interval really doesn't matter. When times are tough, it's important to know that there are friends who can be relied on. Those who will go the extra mile with you. I'm relating this for one couple, but in fact there are many, and singles as well, who are very special. But be sure I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to embarrass anyone. There are those moments together as the conversation swings backwards and forwards. You realise that you yourself are being reminded of events and incidents. If we are Christians, it's good to be reminded of God's goodness to us. We can forget so easily that if we trust in Jesus, He will guide us and our ways, and no matter how difficult they might be, we just have to trust and hand over our lives to Him. I'm not saying that it's easy, believe me. In the New Testament of the Bible, we read the accounts of Jesus' life, and these are covered in Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. All of these accounts are written from different viewpoints, and therefore they're not the same. It's like 4 different witnesses to an event. They will have all seen the where, the how, the when, but in their statements there will be differences. But when you put them together, they produce a complete story. We know that Jesus started his ministry at about the age of 30. One of the first things he did was to gather around him 12 disciples. They were hand-picked men by Jesus. If you didn't realise it, Jesus was building a team. It was very unconventional, and very unconventional even by today's standards. These guys didn't just come to Jesus and say, I want to be a disciple of yours. Jesus knew exactly who and what he was looking for. He certainly was not looking for religious ones. Jesus brought together the most unconventional guys, ordinary, with totally different characters and temperaments. But Jesus was looking for a blank page, one that he could teach. Can you imagine rough and ready fishermen? Can you just imagine what they looked like and how they were? And shock, horror, a tax collector, etc. They were all so different. But in 3 years, he schooled them and told them everything that was going to happen to him and why. In John 15, verse 15, we read this: I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything I have learned from the Father I have made known to you. Jesus was talking to his disciples, and he didn't hold back. He told his disciples absolutely everything. However, sometimes they just didn't understand it. They did not get it. But there's another thing that we read in John 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Jesus couldn't have made it any clearer, but his disciples at that time just didn't get it. But then came the day, and Jesus was brutally crucified. The bubble of expectation held by the disciples was burst, but the story didn't end with a body in a grave. As Jesus had foretold, he on the 3rd day was resurrected, and the tomb was empty. In the last chapters of the first 4 books of the New Testament, various accounts are given of Jesus appearing in person to his disciples, or should we call them friends. How happy they were to see him face to face as he explained what had happened and why. Can you imagine those words? It's lovely to see you again, my friends. Just remember, you don't have to be anything special to be a friend of Jesus. He wants us to be just ourselves. But with special friends, you can be confident, and he will always be beside you to the next bend. All you need to do is just ask. Think about this. We all need special friends, and we also need a special friend. If you want to know more, why don't you contact us and we'll try and help you. So bless you, and hope this has been of interest to you. Bless you. Bye.